when their guy plays some games. Alright, hi everybody. We are back. Weather Guy here with some more Ace Attorney Chronicles. These two fellas have been accused of throwing the victim through the roof of the carriage. We'll see what they have to say about it. We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive, I can swear to that. Okay. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. This guy did not know the victim. He knew the defendant. Skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly... Dude, this guy's pose is crazy. What is this? Look at this. You're so sure the victim fell through the skylight. Where's your proof? Alright, there's not much there. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. That's right, you see. We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down to if the two of you were in collusion with one another. What? According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust a stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really, so why do I feel so uneasy? Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. I don't know, man. Something definitely isn't right here. Something's not adding up. Press him. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Absolutely not, Dickon. No question about it, he said. None at all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin talking with this man here. I don't know about that. Is this true, Mr. McGilden? Dear me, my lord. At the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubts, you were engaged in... Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? It's all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You'd do well to remember that. Man, I really feel like it might just be Mr. McGilden this whole time. I saw you with my own eyes. This is going so well. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one would have noticed? Hold it! Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of a lark? Is this some kind of a joke, he said. Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly? Are you fair dinkum, sir? Are you serious, sir? That's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I'd give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. That's extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella. But you see, I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie. I saw you through the glass. You were talking to someone. Now, it was a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. It's hardly surprising. Seeing things! Oh man, it really feels like it's our guy. I believe we have reached an impasse here on this particular point. You! Don't take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, it's only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about. This isn't a competition I should like to be involved in, really. In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. So, whoa, my voice cracked. So you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, let me know. Not once, never. He never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. Why would that matter? You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Oh. Let's see what this is all about.
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilden? Yes, counsel. What can I be doing you for? Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? I wonder. What are you insinuating now? Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has. Eh? If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe this fast approaching, is it not, your repayment date? I beg your pardon. You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me, it's extortion. Well now, is that the touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate the fellow to pass his crimes off on another. And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That there top hat flying about on your head, is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers? Such as Thrice-Fired Mason? There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of form, my lord. Oh, this you mean. I can't help thinking that this poor for the hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say? Oh! That's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I'd wager you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellows here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. Very good. I rest my case. You little weasel! He's better at this than I am. Gosh, Mr. McGilden has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please don't let me, little interruption, hold up the proceedings. Got the Hat Hunter achievement. Skylight was shut the entire time. Couldn't possibly open it. Let's press it. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm gonna lose my block with you in a minute. He's gonna lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look for yourself. Go on. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night. I mean, it could have opened. So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all. What? Just looking at the size of that thing, you understand. Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens. Farted. Look at the judge. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see. But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as Rogue, I did. Rogue. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be open. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame. We already know that the cabin is locked from the inside, so irrelevant.
Excuse me.
Let's see what she has to say about this. Do you have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? Miss Lestrade! So classy. It opens. The skylight. That is what we're talking about, right? Why are we doing this? Oh god, here it comes. All them skylights open, dead easy. More easily than you can load that weapon? That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, You can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming out in years. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was I used a skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why you can't open them from the cabin. The skylight opens. From the roof deck? Bailiff! Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. Alright. Good job, bailiff. Oh, my hat. Oh no. See? Very good. Very good. Order. So, it appears that this street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Mr. Ryu! This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. You're sure, sir, the victim felt this. Where's your proof?
Hold it!
Proof. That's right, I demand to hear it. We came here to say what we saw, I tell you, not for this. But you call us both shysters, brand us as criminals. You call us liars, that's what he means, and accuse us of doing it. As it stands at the moment, there's no hard evidence that incriminates you selves now, is there? I believe we're in much the same position as one another here. If I don't crack this case soon, he'll crack his teeth. I wonder if these two men really were involved in some way. Couldn't say, I mean, I don't really know anything about them, do I? Although, by the same token, I don't really know anything about Mr. McGilded either. It's so hard to know what to believe here. I think we should try to remember that it's evidence alone that can truly determine the outcome of a trial. Evidence. No one can argue about decisive evidence, including the members of the jury. So you're saying that what we need now is to find a conclusive piece of evidence. Yes, Mr. Ryu, precisely. All right, let's press on this. That they're the only two people. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? All right, yeah, we did this before. Okay. Yeah. We're fine. Skip all this. Man, these guys really don't like each other all of a sudden, huh? Pretty good. Looked at this. We looked at that. Okay. So let's look for something to present about the skylight, maybe. Let's observe it more. So the skylight was fastened shut before, but now the catch has been undone. We should be able to open it. Okay. I wonder if we go inside and we look up, we'll be right above the thing. The blood will be right above it. Like where he landed at. Interesting. Oh, is that blood? Ha 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 ha. Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Why not to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Ryu? Why someone like me? Ah! What is it? Look, just here. Look at this. That's, without question, it's blood! Why would there be a blood stain there? Surely, it can't be unrelated to the case, can it? There we go. There we go. There we go. We got him. That basically clears Mr. McGilded. At least. Well, that's good.
Objection.
On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and their irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug! You can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof? Here, in this courtroom. Counsel. My lord. I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? Alright. You'll point out what it is that proves the victim fell through the roof deck through the skylight. From the roof deck.
Got it.
It goes without saying that... Yes, counsel. I think it's clear that my friend has taken the phrase "it goes without saying" a little too literally. Perhaps, in fact, it goes without saying that he has nothing to say. No. I'm sorry. No. No. We had it. What? No, 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 no. No, this is silly. We knew what we were doing. It just didn't work correctly. Ah. Alright, let's get through all this. So frustrating.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty.
I know. Good job, y'all. You're great. Yeah. Here it comes. There it is. There it goes. It's alright. We're fine. We're fine. Not a big deal. Alright. We have to do this all over again. I think. And then I think I still have to observe, look inside. Yeah. Oh, we didn't open it. Whoops. We might have to press 2 beforehand to get them to show that it opens too. Alright, yeah, we have to press on that. Hang on.
Hold it.
Yep. I think we have to go back to the conversation previously, the previous statement, when Gina speaks up. I think that's what we gotta do. So let's go back over here to this one. And press, and then he's gonna talk about breaking wind, and then we'll be in better shape. And then Gina's gonna speak up shortly. Here it comes. Any second now. Here it comes. Let's go.
Wait, that ain't...
And then over here. Then we pursue. And now we're getting here, and then... Okay. Sheesh. Hope y'all are having a fantastic time with your life and everything going on. I'm doing okay. I'm excited for Christmas. It should be a good time. Come on. Then we're gonna have the bailiff open the roof again, and then bada bing, bada boom. Very good. Open it. Pop it up. And then we go to the next one. And then we present. And then bada bing, bada boom. Let's go ahead and go to present. So we can look at this. Go to the top and open it. And then there's a blood stain. Then we talk about it. So I wonder if whenever I present, I have to go on top and open it first, you know? Maybe that's the case. We're on this one? Okay.
Objection.
Alright, this time we're gonna hopefully get it right. Alright, come on. So it takes us inside. Oh, I was looking at... It was... was I looking at it backwards like a freaking idiot last time? Oh my god.
Got it.
So dumb. By Jupiter! Is that... blood? Ah! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, The victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my. And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. No. No! Order. But the blood could have sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight, sure, and that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? This all too plain, if you see. There's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is. What? No. But it can't be. It's all... Ah. Oh, man. My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocent, can't we? I believe we can, yes sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guiled carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful part couldn't have done such a thing. On three then, everyone. 1, 2... Boom, baby. Oh no. Oh no, what does he have to say about this? A chilling performance, Mr. McGilded. Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zieks? A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight? Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed. What?
Objection.
What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood.
Objection.
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. At least not until this trial began. But, are you suggesting, Lord Van Zieks, that this stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. While this court has been in session. What? What a palaver. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zieks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the Reaper of the Bailey. Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accuser. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You are very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Tut tut, Lord Van Zieks, that will not do to be sure. Will it now, counsel? Oh, no. I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But if yous will all cast your minds back, is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Isn't that right now, Counsel? It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time the court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter, in your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during the trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. I just don't know how. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Huh? Good gracious. Explain yourself, Counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we are forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. Interesting. What is going on? Be careful, Mr. Rio, cover your face. Yep. Yep. Interesting. The courtroom was filled with smoke and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos. Whoa, what a spin. It could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Are you wise? What are you trying to pull, you rotten, feckless gouger? The feckless gouger? You supposed to be defending me. Tis a wicked plot. Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as... Start with the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not. Indeed, my lord, no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus? My lord. Yes, counsel. There is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What? What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back.
Objection.
Oh man, I think Mr. McGilden might have done it. Silence, McGilden. The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel. Where exactly appeared at some point during the trial? What mark? What mark? What is she talking about? I don't see a mark. Maybe I open this? We talked about this earlier. I don't have to read this out loud. Come on. What mark? Oh! Remember? Oh, I don't know if you remember, but in an earlier video I was like, man, I didn't notice this bloodstain on the floor before. Maybe that is what is added, is this bloodstain on the floor.
Got it!
We consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin. You would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good Lord! Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Interesting. Interesting. What do we do here? Oh, he is pissed. This trial is over. Mr. McGilden? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but 'tis all over now. But you're the defendant. 'Tis over, I tell ye. Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all a nonsense. Facts are what counts, and the fact is that bloodstain is there now. Well, and over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. I am scandalized, so I am, and I thought I'd better of Lord Zeeks. Well, my lord? I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence. And in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Let me look at something. Okay, we can't see the floor here. I was hoping. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zeeks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Oh man, very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGillen will be found not guilty. Yes, which would mean we've won. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now with all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please. Yes, my lord. The defense believes could be guilty. I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Good gracious me! The trial continues! Order, order! I just hit my desk so my face wobbled. This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused's innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer, so it was a grand decision. Sarcasm. What? I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. Your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done, so you have. What do you mean? This just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put forward. The trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now, nothing more than a formality. This is a bad guy. He's evil. Oh my god, I hate this. No! We helped out a bad guy. Everyone's sweating. I really don't know what to make of all this. Was all the evidence we bring genuine or was it fake? His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. The stinking rich are always guilty of something, yeah, mark my words. I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us a lovely perk. Alright, now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. Oh my god. I thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
Objection.
Oh man, we're not giving up. But we still haven't determined if the bloodstain in the omnibus is genuine or not. We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Zeeks, my lord, the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincerest apologies, my lord.
Objection.
But wait! When we are evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair! The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What? Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. This is the worst. Do you mean to tell me this has all been a grand waste of time? This the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Magnus McGilded. Good grief, you've more to say to me, have ye? Just one thing. A warning. This is far from over. Well, something to be looking forward to then. This evil Wario-ass guy, I hate him. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded, not guilty. This feels so wrong, doesn't it? Fireworks? Why? Is this the end of our third case? Crazy. Can't believe it. This is an outrage. They should have examined the evidence more. What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict, and my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty, ostensibly a victory for us. Oh, man. What do we got going on now? The Old Bailey. Defendant's antechamber. That certainly was a long trial. Ah, yes it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Miss Sato, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. The trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Oh my god. Mr. McGill did. Ah, and that girl is with him too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I'd heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man then? I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Wah ha 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 ha. Out this wonder under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared. Nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Huh? Aye. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and odd absent deed. 'Tis grand, is it not? I suppose it is. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Wah ha ha ha. It's not that funny. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much. Ah, bewist, you're a humble people, are you from the East? Well, if you insist. But at this, still and all, you deserve a reward. Mr. Magnus McGilded, the bailiff. Everything is ready, sir, if you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe. Hope it's not an inconvenience, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry? What inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any of this matter now, but as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. This is a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. I don't know, man. And there he goes, a free man. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Oh no! Don't move! Whereas I wanted to say get a move on, she really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. Ah, there you are. Who is this? Naughty, naughty running off like that? Is this some kind of picnic? Who's this little girl now? And taking that with you as well? I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh my god. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you had to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. We have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off it for a moment, whilst I was changing onto a different omnibus and she pinched it. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What's it? What? No idea what this girl's talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What? What for? I bet she's going to be presenting at that thing. To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. Adult? Don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh good, you see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing in the end. I'm fairly sure that's what she wants to do is not get shot by that massive gun of yours. She's gonna come up again for sure. We'll be leaving now then, bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. She was a lively one. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now too? Yes, you're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings. This late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. Please tell me you're not thinking of a gilded park. No, it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. Now I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilda down. That 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead, just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. Nice! Nice, nice, nice. Oh, cutscene.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Water! Bring water, quick!
Oh my goodness.
What the? How did this happen?
I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed.
No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating.
What?
No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there.
There's a judge.
Oh, this can't be.
He's so cool. Look at that scar. Did the person not get out? And alright, that is going to be a lovely place to stop today. Holy moly. Episode 3 completed. We're going to save. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I appreciate you all. Who knows what is going up next? I feel like we might have more to do with Mr. McGillet, or maybe Mr. Gillet is the one that died inside. Who knows? But yeah, I'm quite intrigued. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Excited to move on to case number 4. It's a lovely milestone here. Feels good. That's all I got. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others. I'll see you next time. Peace out.